What's up? Welcome to the No Manga Podcast, a weekly show about all things skateboarding. My name's Rick Beta, and I hope you're having an amazing day. It is December 13th as I record this, so I hope you're having an amazing day, week, month, year, whenever you are tuning into this. You can follow along on social media at Rick Beta, that's RickBata, and you can also email the show, nomangapodcast@gmail.com. And all I have to say is, well. It seems like a lot has happened since I last spoke to the Drew Domkes, which was last episode. Like a lot, right? I mean, I don't know. Let's see where to start. Oh, I know. The SOTY race. It's over. It's all done. We can go home now. SOTY race is all done. Well, at least, it's done for 2022. But that's right. In case you didn't know, Tyshawn Jones was crowned, no pun intended, the Skater of the Year for 2022. And odds are, if you're listening to this now and anytime beyond, you already know that. Many of us saw that coming, right? I even commented on how Thrasher was leaving us, breadcrumbs along the way. I went all Scooby-Doo on that latest, the last issue of Thrasher. The signs were all there, right? Was it going to be his year? And yes, I can still hear the words of, I don't really care, from Drew Domkes as well. But is this win a surprise to you? I mean, be honest. Conspiracy theories about it, because I've read it, some of the comments, people say it's rigged, no, this and that. I mean, it was going to happen either way, right? But I don't think it is. But then again, much like we talked about last episode, we still don't know how or what the criteria is or are to win these things. I mean, will that ever change? Is that part of the mystery? I mean, probably not. It's very mysterious. How many people are involved during the decision? Is it 2? Is it just Burnett? Do they take turns? I mean, all I know, it was in less than 7 days, I had voted for my pick for SOTY. And then it seemed 20 minutes later, or an hour later, they narrowed it down to the final 4. Woo! Like that. I was like, wait, I just voted. And the final 4 being Tyshawn, T-Funk, Louie, or Nyjah. And those 4 skaters alone, they all should have won. Drumroll. Yeah, I don't think I talked about this last episode. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I was still holding out for Jimmy, but Jimmy wasn't even on the list. I'll go more into that later. But I voted for Louie. He got my vote for this year, Louie. Was it a wasted vote? Hell no. Don't even think that. I thought deep and hard for my pick, too. Seriously, I did. I teeter-tottered between him and Tyshawn. I'm not going to lie. Even with that additional side mission part, from Nyjah, I feel like he just had way too much rail footage to win. But we don't know the criteria. But for me, just my gut's that's a lot of rail footage, dude. Damn. More rail footage. I mean, not that was a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. His stuff was insane, completely insane what he was able to crank out. It was released this year, but he's been filming it for the last couple of years. But still, that's a lot of content that he put out. A lot of rail content. A lot of rail skating. Well done to T-Funk. His latest part was bonkers, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit too. But it was straight up ridiculous. Well done to Jimmy Wilkins. Yeah, my man, who was mistakenly, he wasn't on the list to vote. Epic fail, ladies and gents. Epic fail. How did he not even make the list? I was like, huh? Did you not see what he produced this year? You're lucky he even performed for you bastards. Jimmy would have gotten my pick, no doubt. We'll get him next year, Mr. Wilkins. We'll get him next year. Well, that is, unless SOTY decides to front load the year and win SOTY in April, which I truly believe is something that's possible. Don't laugh. Stop. Get that smirk off your face. But much like I was annoyed last year with the obvious push, I mean, remember, it took me 10 months to finally mention that damn acronym. I'm still kind of annoyed how it all went down. I mean, sure, Tyshawn, he didn't have what he called, filler footage. He was like straight up. He was just like gunning for SOTY. 190%, which I hate saying. It's 100%. Yeah, he gave 100%. That was his main mission all year long. 101% if you want to throw it. So with that being said, I mean, I guess the if you think about it, the recipe is out. We all kind of know what the basic ingredients are for the final dish, right? Cram a bunch of parts between the months of October and the first few weeks of December, and odds are you might land yourself in the top 4. We can all kind of agree with that now, right? At least we have that. So we have one little metric. So with that, all I'm saying is, hey, skaters, let's try and mix it up next year. Let's, 2023, new year, new us. Let's not wait until Q4 to crank out all the Skater of the Year footage. Maybe we can do Q1. Dare I say Q2? Let's not be too obvious and be like Q3, because that's way too close to Q4, which we've seen in the past now 3 years. Can we all agree on that? Thank you in advance. But yeah, huge congrats to two-time SOTY winner, Tyshawn Jones. Did he seal the deal with that, the back 180 flip over the railroad tracks? Probably. Most likely. High 90s percentile. That was insane. Saw that one coming. And the only thing I think it would have changed into Louis' direction, I guess at that point, is if he would flown back to that rail that he did that make on for the cover and did a front crook down that, or front blunt down that bad boy. And he just slid it all the way down, just flew out, kind of like a slip and slide. Whew. Or he came in, on the inside again and landed on the brick and ducked under, the rail in the very last second. Maybe that would have stole it back from, TJ's hands. That might have worked. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably give this Skater of the Year thing another run next year. We'll see. I mean, I'll chime in on occasion, with some potential skaters and moving up the ranks. But if we see another Q4 push, I don't know. I'll probably just cut the cord from it. It's just too much, too obvious. Like I said, mix it up, skaters. Feel free to put some quality content whenever and wherever you like. I know we get a lot of content thrown away, and 90% of it we all forget. But someone will remember you. There's one person on this planet. Someone will bring up your name, the video, your trick. So that's why I'm pushing Q1 push right now. Can you imagine how memorable that would be? We'd still mention your name, because if you think about it, instead of just 3 months of hardcore footage, say October, November, December, we as consumers would get 6 months of straight up solid fire footage. Yeah. What? 6 months of SOTY content? Hear me out. October, November, December, front load the new year, January, February, March. 6 months of SOTY content. I don't think actually. Hold on a sec, Rick. It's kind of like when I'm reading about quantum physics and mechanics. The brain can't handle that much. I don't know. Could we handle that much? But I think that we need to mix it up. Something drastic needs to happen. I think that needs to happen. Front load. Who's got my back? Who stacked some footage to pull it off? I'm looking at you, Mark Suchu. Mark's been doing his thing. Yeah. What about you, Susie Heath? Yeah. Susie, no pressure. Let's talk about your name in March, not December. I'm going to start saying March. We're talking about climate change. Yeah, the SOTY season is changing. Climate for SOTY is changing. Drastic changes, you guys. January, February, March. Yeah. You can't deny it. It's true. Can't deny the climate. It is changing. The season is changing. But did your favorite skater win? Do you think it's all rigged, like a lot of people are saying? Or do you just not care anymore? And I'm kind of in the boat with all three of those. It was a no, kinda, are my answers to those 3 questions I just asked you. But although my favorite skater didn't make it, it was damn entertaining. We can't deny that, right? Here are some notes that I took along the way. Starting off with T-Funk. He dropped his deep-fried Baker collab part that blew minds, mine included. He skates so fast, and he flows like water in between obstacles and pedestrians. You know, whatever comes his way, there's no fear at all with this kid. And he rides some of the biggest wheels I've ever seen in the game. What are those? Are those 50? Let's see, probably 56, 58s? Or are those in the 60s? Bigger? Does anyone know? Those are ginormous. That's why he goes so fast. But I had to pause and rewind about 1:08. Okay, when he went up to that skate stop, it's like bank. It's got all those little skate stoppers all over it. I don't know if those are even, they're not helping, but he went up and went to manual down and out to the street. I was like, that was a manual, but it's so damn difficult. I was like, you try that. You let me know how it works for you. To ollie, is it an ollie manual? But yeah, he went up and over that and just went manual the whole way out. That's something we do in, like, you know, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, right? Skate 3. That was pretty nuts. And how about that rooftop drop to 50-50? 1 minute, 22 seconds. I was just like, if you blink, you will miss it. That's how fast it was. But it takes a second for your brain to kind of register it. It's like, damn. Yeah, you won't see me trying that. Not there. Nope. No thanks, T. I'm good. You do you. Then moments later, he busted out, you know, the 2 blunt side variations. Blunt side variations of beauty is what I wrote down. It's like, come on, man. How do you do that? And going that fast? And yeah, I noticed that you were wearing different clothes, so you did it on different days, but still. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. You made it look so easy. Now, I want to know more about the wall ride on that UPS truck. What's the story there? How many attempts did it take? I mean, because you could see someone in the background, to the back right of him, behind him. There's someone holding the camera. He was smiling as he approached. So something tells me he was expecting that to go down, you know? A couple takes. How many tries did that take? Or did he hear the conversation? Hey, man, can I wall ride your UPS truck? Or did he just try it, not make it, and the driver came out and was like, what the hell's going on? Because as you saw, like, as he passed by, you saw the UPS driver's feet. They were seen on the steps there. So he must have been standing, like, nearby, knew about it. He was probably like, all right, make it quick, man. I have packages to deliver. It's the busiest time of the season for us, okay? You know we already work like 14 hours as it is, right? You're holding me up, dude. Move along. But then I started cracking up when they showed the police officer. He's got his hand on his chin, sunglasses on the back of his head, upside down. That's key. Back of his head, upside down. That says a lot about an individual, right? Just staring down Tristan as he rolled down the street. I wish I could get inside his brain at that moment. That was hilarious. That's meme worthy, right? It reminds me of that meme with it's got the couple, looking back, the dude's looking back, and the girl's kind of hitting him, and the girl's walking back, and you've seen him before. Insert some, funny comment here. That's meme worthy. Sunglasses on the back of the head, upside down. Yeah, dude. He's kind of just hand on the chin. He's like, look at you, skater boy. Try doing that on my van, man. We'll see what happens. You get to see these things on my waist here? Yeah, both of them just lashed on your hands. Throw you in the back. Don't care if your name's Funk. This edit even had people skating on fire, making Baker makers into water to just survive. And this is what I was like, getting a little of some T-Funk. What did that guy ever do to you? Why'd you have to light him on fire? I mean, we're very lucky that you guys were near water. Very lucky. What was he trying to? Was he trying just an ollie? A kickflip? A Mongo push? However, my favorite part of the video is when he proceeded to, hippie switch jump, right through that rail, right? To hill bomb. 3 minutes, 58 seconds. You know the one where he wiped out upon impact? The one he decided to go again, to do again, because he didn't get the rollaway to his liking. That one. Most people, including myself, we would have just called it a day, right? We're like, oh, wipe out after a switch hill bomb? That's okay with me, man. I look how far I went. Yeah, counting seconds, Rick. Count it. These things happen, right? But not for Mr. Funkhauser. Nope. He had to roll away much longer and faster. Switch. That says a lot about his process. Because he's a mad, mad man. Man. And he did the same thing for his ender. You know, the slide out would have been perfectly fine. I would have been like, dude, you rolled away, dude. But he had a hand on the ground. He just had to, like, remind us just how good he is, how much of a perfectionist he is. But actually, I'm glad he did another attempt because that final rollaway, that was perfect. It was beautiful. What a video, what a skater, what a year. That's the theme of this episode. And it applies to all 4 of the finalists. And you could say the same thing for Nigel, right? Since the last episode, we got to see even more footage from this guy. Obvious SOTY push? No way. Get out of town. No way. He's not making it that obvious. But in hindsight, though, although it didn't necessarily, it wasn't necessary for his push, this last video, it didn't land him Skater of the Year, but it did land him HRSOTY. So with a silent H. I'll give him that. What didn't he do on or over a handrail? He did it all, right? All year, every trick, he did it. Everything that you could possibly do on a handrail. He's got it on film now. I guess maybe next year he'll just do all switch, handrail tricks. But big rails, right? Imagine that. He'll be the switch handrail king. I can see him doing that. Because, how do you top the year he had? He's already going to dominate the contest, any contest he enters, right? Because the courses are too small for him. It's too easy. The street leagues go, well, look at this brand new setup we got. We got this 6-foot rail. It's a little bit higher for these guys, but, the skaters going to be pushed to the limit. Like, no, now you're just going to be like, okay, I'll do everything on it. Yeah. Can you give me my 9.9 then? Let's put it down now in advance. Or maybe we'll get introduced to Mega Ramp Nyjah. Or Vert Nyjah. Yeah, there you go. But it would work out perfectly, too. He would have to wear pads, right? Because, it looks funny when you don't skate vert without pads. He could rock the... Yeah, he wears the right gear for it. When he takes off the hoodie, wears the elbow pad. He could wear the helmet. Slappy Nyjah. Actually, you know what? Nah, that sounds good. But that's a little... He still has the rest of his 20s and 30s to kind of ramp up for that. That's down the road. But how does he top this year? Or does he retire? I'm being dead serious. Yeah, seriously. Does he retire? I mean, he's not going to. We know that. But how? How do you top this? Oh, and his post fade to black, that 50-50 on that long-ass kinked rail was insane. So insane. But what are your thoughts on Nyjah? Was he robbed of the trophy? I'm going to see if I can get some pieces of handrails from Scott Loist for his HRSOTY trophy, though. He earned it. HRSOTY. The silent H. And how about our boy Louie? Louie. The fits, the smile, the tricks, the style. Actually rhyme there too, unintentionally. He was in the running. I mean, he was in the Final Four, so he's been in the running like every year. We all talk about it. Oh, yeah. But his As You Wish video lived up to the hype. But I do feel that Louis has the best style of the bunch. If style counts well, I guess it doesn't count this year, but if style counts for SOTY, yeah, he's got that check mark. Yep. Plus, he's probably the only skater to bust out a finger flip this year, right? Finger flip. Taking it way back to the Bones Brigade show. Like old school Tony Hawk when he had that 11-inch board, just finger flipping that bad boy. It's like, yeah, Louis. I never wished for a finger flip clip this year, but I'm glad you granted that to us. So thank you, Louis. 10 minutes and 15 seconds is the timestamp for that one for all you potential Louis haters. And I can't forget to mention this huge front pop shove, 1239. I was like, damn. I mean, we've seen that spot before, right? But that angle and everything, the slow-mo, it was giving me goosebumps. I don't recall seeing anything that big there. And just to get the timing down to do that is ridiculous. Shove it's going that far and fast is not easy. A late shove it maybe, right? Because you kind of control you. Oh yeah, but a shove it that long, the board's spinning 180. Got to time it perfect like that. And he caught that with his front foot way early into that flight too. And Louis' thrasher cover worthy, grind to duck, for fear of getting decapitated. It was worth the hype, But for some reason, I thought he was going to go grind like a little longer, But I can understand why he did what he did. It's all about timing, right? It was about the timing of it all. Because he had to duck more than he had to grind. It was like, priorities, man. What do you want from me, you guys? You want me to grind, I'm going to lose my head. And I also wonder how long that spot had been a spot. Was that only Louis' spot? Because I noticed how worn out like the left side of it was. How many attempts did he do that before he rolled away? That couldn't have just been all Louis, right? And his team? But yeah, it was a great video. Well done, Louis. Great year, as usual. And then we have the man of the hour, or the man of the year, who, according to his appearance in Play Dead, was gunning for FOTY as well. You see how many fireworks he lit up? And that was in New York, right? I mean, I thought my neighborhood was bad, but damn. That was a straight up war zone, dude. Straight up war zone. And the people of New York are just like cool with that. They're like, oh, okay, that's the norm. No honking, cars just driving by, no big deal. Oh, just Tyshawn again. Tyshawn being Tyshawn. Oh boy. I'd be screeching out of there like nothing. They'll be like, kids, duck. Turn around. Babe, don't look into the light. Turn around. Cover your ears. Where's the cat? Turn around and get the hell out of there. Especially when he lit up that, was it a fireworks shotgun or whatever the hell that bazooka was? Oh, no wonder they called it Play Dead, because that's probably what you'd have to have done to survive that night. Like, oh, God, Tyshawn's looking my way. Play dead, play dead. Get on the ground. Play dead. He's got the bazooka. It's like, damn, TJ. Save some fireworks for the rest of us. Save some for the pros, too, the other pros. Take it easy. I mean, you do need those fingers for your restaurant. Just saying. Dude was straight up like GTA on everyone. That would have had like all the it would have been 5 stars, right? And in Grand Theft Auto, like Tyshawn's got the bazooka again. Oh boy. Got Leslie Nielsen standing in front. There's nothing to see here, guys. Turn around. Nothing to see here. I mean, most people were laughing, but I gotta say, those were laughs of fear. They're like, oh, just stop pointing that at me. It's all fun and games, so he points it at you. Bazooka firework or whatever the hell that was. I'm so out of the loop. Like, seriously, whatever happened to just little, those little rocks that you throw on the ground, you go, yeah, there you go. That's more my jam, But much like I mentioned that Nyjah, he was very rail forward in his clips this year, right? Very rail forward. Tyshawn was very garbage can forward for, at least most of his clips, right? I guess if you add in the table, that was only a couple times, but lots and lots of garbage cans. And that's what I think it came down to, rails versus cans. I mean, was there anything TJ didn't do over a garbage can? Maybe like a late flip, right? He straight up killed it, and in traffic. His frontside 360 was my favorite, though. That was beautiful. I like to think that if I had a pop like that, mine would look just like his. It was beautiful. But I do have to say this. So I think we could have done without all the random pedestrian carnage, though. I mean, no people were harmed during all those fireworks, but how many innocent people did he hit on his journey? Did he get sued? I bet those people showed up to work next day with a neck brace. I don't know, guys. Got hit by this kid on a Supreme, wearing Supreme underwear or something. Many pedestrians were harmed during the film of this video. Many. That's not a good look, man. But, hey, won you Skater of the Year. And then we have his Thrasher cover-worthy ender. I mean, one that I do feel this lived up to the hype. And as I mentioned earlier, he just had to, one up it, right? Doing a back 180 flip over the damn thing, of course, to seal the deal. Lock that in. Give me the trophy. How do you top that? I mean, of course he did it that way, right? What's next? A switch front flip over that? Is that what you got, Tyshawn? Is that next year? That could be his victory lap. Actually, how much time we got? He could probably do it before the end of the year. Just icing on the cake at that point. Why not? Maybe Gifted Hater's going to break down that kick flip and backside flip and piss him off again. You know what I mean? I can see that happening. Maybe GH breaks down Tyshawn on how he didn't really clear the tracks 100% because he like kind of smoothed out or bondoed the yellow part, calling him out for like not alling like before that uneven part, breaking down angles and like shadows and percentages and the speed of the train zipping by, causing Tyshawn to like live stream is like he'll do a heel flip over it too, heel flip, switch front flip. Gifted Hater's like, no, that's the wrong angle. But it's smoothed out in the front. You got ollie before the smooth part. Then you completely, cover the entire railroad or train track. But I don't know. That's not me. It just popped into my head. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm cool, man. I don't care about him smoothing out that launch point. I have no problem. I'll let him do it. I mean, it's a moot point at this point, right? It's done. Because I'm fine with it as it is, But wouldn't that be funny? He trolls him twice in 1 year. And he's like, wait. Hold on. Fire up my Instagram Live. I got to do this again. Got to talk to... I'm going to have to do something about this Gifted Hater guy. You see this trophy I'm holding, Gifted Hater? Yeah, it's called Skater of the Year. But well done, Tyshawn. Well done. You snatched that trophy right from Jimmy's hands. You snatched it. Like, hey, Jimmy, can you hold on this for a second? Jimmy's kind of looking at it like, oh, yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, this would look good on my shelf. And he just snatched it. He snatched it from Nyjah and Louise. Even T-Funks, But think about it. I think Tyshawn, is now he's become the first ever SOTY winner to launch a board brand in the same year. Has that happened before? I should have looked that up. That hasn't happened before, right? I'm trying to think of all the previous skaters of the year. Launched a board brand, won SOTY. Damn, actually, think about it though. If Nyjah would have won that too, because he launched a board brand as well. Nyjah was right behind you. He wanted that too, for him and Disorder. But I still think like Jimmy Wilkins should have at least been in one of the contenders, guys. Let me off the record here, like just me and you. How are you gonna leave him off that list, Thrasher? I mean, I forgive you. Real talk here. No one else is listening. I forgive you, but I will never ever forget. You can make it up to us next year because he's gonna be cranking out plenty of content in 2023. Yeah. And I thank you in advance, but how? How is he not a contender? But yeah, regardless of the outcome, I mean, this year was one of the closest Skater of the Year seasons in a long time. And I loved it. The last few years were kind of boring. But this one was close, man. There was a lot of people on that train, a lot of people fighting for it, a lot of elbows were thrown, a lot of people getting nudged, getting stomped on, getting kicked in the back, putting their foot out, tripping them. It was crazy, but it was so damn entertaining. Think about it. We had a hell of a year for skateboarding in 2022, and as we all talk, a lot of it is memorable, but then it's not because we forget about all these videos. But when we look back and think back of this year, it's going to be one of those ones where we talk about for a long, long time. But then again, will we all care about it this much next year? I don't know. Time will tell.